Melodies for me is easier than say song topics, like what writing about certain things. Yeah, I think the melodies, I find that easier. Than I think it's harder to find something different to write about when you've written a lot of songs. But
And you feel like you're just not regurgitating what you've already written before.
yeah,
In
yeah,
subject matter.
yeah. You want to try and find different things to write about. I'm just always just interested in trying to come up with something. Like it's always you got to do it to get good songs. You have to put the time in, I think.
How long overall did Highly Evolve take to make? Like when you went to Los Angeles, which is
Yeah.
pretty much where you made the whole of the record. How long did it take? Was it a long process?
Yeah, it was 4 months, I think, to make the album. We were there for 6 months. We had to have a break in between because there was things with issues with money and studio time. But yeah, I think it was 4 months.
How did you find Los Angeles for that amount of time?
It was pretty overwhelming. It was pretty exciting, like never having left the country before and then going to Hollywood. And yeah, it was cool. We had a good time.
You'd been making music for a number of years before that. Did you know the record was going to be as attention-grabbing as it turned out to be?
In my head, I thought it could be amazing. But you're never sure. It's like you never know what's going to happen. But I was very driven, and I was obsessed with music, and I loved, and I just needed the opportunity to go in and make an album because that's what I loved. And I thought it was. And then when we started making it, we did the first few tracks. I thought, yeah, it definitely sounded cool.
And you had the confidence in the material? You knew you had good songs?
Yeah, we knew we had a lot to choose from, and yeah, because we knew Rob really loved the songs. So yeah.
So when the record came out and it got a lot of attention right around the world, it was an interesting time in the music scene because there was a new wave of bands coming through.
Yeah.
The Strokes had put out their first record. There was a lot of excitement in what was happening internationally. Did it feel good that the record was making the front covers of papers and people were playing it?
It was great. It was amazing. Yeah, it's like because I thought the Strokes were an amazing band. I started listening to them when I was in America, and yeah, we were just glad that people were really connecting with it and that it was having such a big impact. So.
And the title track ended up being used in all sorts of kind of like films and adverts, and it seemed to pop up in a lot of TV programs, and it still does.
Yeah, it's good. I like that. Some people I know don't like doing that, whether it's for commercials or movies, but I think it's cool, yeah. Like I've got... Out of the Way is in the Jim Carrey movie, Bruce Almighty. So I love Jim Carrey, so it was really cool to have that in there.
That must be a thrill. Just sit down and watch some of these people being in the scene while your music is playing on top.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, yeah.
You went into the studio, you basically funded the recording sessions.
Yeah.
Was there a lot of pressure associated with that because you were fronting up with the money as opposed to a record company sort of billing it for you?
I didn't think about it too much. No, I just knew that we wanted to do it, and I wasn't even thinking about what was going to happen next. And but yeah, I'm glad we did it and it worked out well. And yeah, we're on Sony now, and that's. Everyone there's been really great to us, so yeah.
Did you think you'd go back on a major label?
Well, I wasn't sure, yeah. And then...
So it wasn't a situation where you went, we're never going to go back to a major label. You didn't think along those lines at all?
No, I wasn't thinking. And then... But I think major labels, I think they're definitely a good thing for us.
Well, you had a couple of records there where you're on independence.
Yeah.
So you've had the best of both worlds in a way. I mean, you've got to see how both operate. So you're in a position now where you can sort of choose the way that you want to go.
Yeah.